Hello and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we will look at what can Donald Trump expect in the year 2026. So this is kind of like an update of a previous reading, and I will kind of compare the cards against that as well. So I kind of have it in my notes. But nonetheless, it will take a few seconds for this for the cards to come out. So if you want to skip that part, you are definitely able to do it in the description. And if you're kind of interested about the the United States generally, I already prepared a reading for the US for 2026. I encourage you to take a look at it, because this is more for Donald Trump personally, right? Although, like, there are a lot of kind of similarities, but like, the country and the person, the leader are not the same. Right, so we have here this, and also I want to kind of let you know that I live in Canada. So for me personally, there's no kind of attachment in any shape or form of, like, what is happening in the US. So I'll be really focusing on whatever the cards are saying, so the pure meanings of it and how they relate to his life. Well, I think he has pretty good cards, as I could see so far. But let's jump into this reading with the oracle cards. All right, so the first card we have here for him is Luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So this can indicate a couple of things. First of all, maybe when the new moon is going to be in Sagittarius, will be very, very important for him. Or it was important. But nonetheless, this is a card of all about luck. Luck is on your side. So I think he can expect a pretty lucky year overall. And I think the other card was kind of talking about that too. The next card that we have, the South Node, which is talking about don't let your past hold you back. So I think there's something here from the past that's going to come back to him. But I think he's going to come out of it pretty lucky, because when you kind of read these cards together, there's going to be something from the past here coming back, but I think he's going to be coming out of it lucky. So let me know in the comment what do you think it is. Now from this deck, what we have here is number 45, which is kind of telling us that it's time to go. Now, I'm sure a lot of you kind of thinking a certain aspect of this card, but what this card is really focusing on, that there's something here that we need to let go. Like, this is a card of endings, completion, walking away from something because there's nothing else to learn or experience. That's kind of interesting, because generally this card means that you are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. So I'm not sure if he's gonna decide to quit. I don't think I would be very, very surprised by that if he was, because this is kind of like it can be even connect to business alliances that has come to an end, or something that's definitely coming to an end for him with this card, and walking away from something. Now let's see these cards we have here. Well, good luck, fortune smiles upon you, fast money, lucrative venture, payoff, flying high, plenty. Well, I think it's very interesting when you have two cards that are talking about luck. So I think he's going to be very lucky this year in certain aspects. It might be that, he's going to have some great deals that are coming, more money coming towards him. But I think luck is definitely will be on his side. The other two cards that came out, you do have here abundance, well, fruits of your labor, harvest, extra cash, fulfilled, blessed, overflow, time is right. So I think this is a card where you have everything you want and everything you can enjoy in life. So this is a card of a lot of money, a lot of cash results as well. So I think it looks like it's going to be a pretty good year for him from a finance perspective, luck perspective. And also we have the magic mirror, public persona, you are the product, sales, social media, speaker, leader. So, well, like, you know, there's no doubt that he is a public persona. Everybody is watching him as the president of the United States. But nonetheless, like, you know, I think these cards indicate some pretty good things. But let's see what the tarot is telling us, and we will compare it against the previous reading that I had for him. Okay, so in the center of his reading, what we have is the Four of Cups, which is a card of the boredom, apathy, when we're kind of disillusioned from something. This is kind of like when we are thinking about what if things would be like this, what if things would be like that, as opposed to seeing the value of something. Now also this is a card that kind of tells that there are here some new opportunities, there might be here some new openings for him that he might not be able to see because he is just too busy with other things. The main energy that kind of came to me here is really being bored, being disillusioned, maybe things are not going for him as he was kind of hoping, as he was expecting, because, you know, when you kind of have this Four of Cups, you've been kind of focusing on negative things, what happened, and maybe that might kind of make him rethink certain policies, certain relationships as well. Now, interestingly, the very first card we have here for him is the Ten of Pentacles, which was in the center of the previous reading that I had for him. Now this is a card of having everything you want and more, multi-generational wealth, wealth as a whole thing. This is kind of like when your finances are increasing. So obviously that's still a very important aspect of his reading with this Ten of Pentacles and with the Abundance card. So I think financially things are going to be going really well for him, and maybe there are certain opportunities that he's just going to reject or he's not going to be super excited about. Now the next card we have here for him is the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card when you have to kind of protect yourself, when you have to kind of stand up for yourself because you're being attacked, you're being in a center of attention. Now this can be that he might be attacked from pretty much from the other parties. It can be that there's going to be a lot of talk about him, and he's going to be in the center of that. That there's going to be a lot of gossip. There's going to be just a lot of attacks, right? That's what kind of like the Seven of Wands is, when outside people are attacking you. And you have to stand up for yourself. You have to protect whatever you have. Now, this is kind of like also indicating that this is someone who is ready. So I think whatever attacks he might have, it's not going to be a surprise for him. He's going to be ready to kind of hit back. Let me put it this way. Because, you know, with the Seven of Wands, you're ready for that. Okay, the next card in his reading is the Ten of Cups, again, which was in the previous reading as well. So I think a lot of that whatever was in that reading, which I will put it towards the end of this video, I think it's still valid because there was this combination of the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is a card of fulfillment, card of happiness, perfect situations when you went through some difficulties and you're enjoying life to the fullest. Now, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups is such an amazing combination that you can have. Everybody would wish to have that. And when you kind of have here this good luck, abundance as well, there's kind of it's very understanding that these two cards are coming out for him. So I think he's going to be in a pretty good position in 2026 as well. But let's see how the reading continues. Okay, so we also have here the Chariot. The Chariot, which is a card of success, victory, and also leaving the difficulties, leaving the challenges behind, being in charge, moving forward, and focusing on the future. Now, also, this is kind of like the card that I think it shows that I think he's going to be in charge of many, many things in 2026 as well. I think he's going to be able to achieve some success. There are certain things that are being offered to him is not exactly, I think, what he wants with that Four of Cups in the center. But I think he's going to be able to achieve some success here. And also this is a card of fast-moving energy. I think a lot of things will happen for him in the year of 2026. Now, obviously, travel, like I'm sure he's going to travel a lot. Because he's the president of the United States, so I'm sure there's a lot of it involved. But I think seeing that there's a lot of success for him. I think will be exactly what he wants though. The next card in his reading is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, Eight of Pentacles is a card of hard work, putting a lot of effort into something. So I think he's going to work a lot. I think we're going to see him a lot with that public persona as well. But also what I think the first message that came to me was repetitive cycles, because with the Eight of Pentacles you're going through similar cycles in terms of going the same thing over and over again. And again, we had here that don't let the past hold you back. So I think he has to kind of somehow get over certain previous disappointments, right? Because this is what that Three Cups are symbolizing, previous disappointments. So I think it's very important for him not to focus on those. And again, with the Eight of Pentacles, it also, the hard work actually brings results as well. Now again, this is for him personally. So if you want to look at the United States, I encourage you to check out that video. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of his reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hype if it's available when you're watching this video. That's an indication that the reading helped you, and you're also helping me to grow the channel to make sure that the message gets out to those who need it the most. For you, it is only costing a couple of buttons to push, so I hope that you push those like, subscribe, and hype buttons. And don't forget about the comment section either. Let me know how you enjoyed this reading. What do you think about his future? What do you think he's going to be able to accomplish in 2026? Where are you watching from, of course? And anything you would like to share in terms of the President of the United States. Okay, so the next card in his reading is the Eight of Wands, which is a card of success, progress, and moving forward. Very, very fast moving card as well. Can be also connected to updates, messages, and being in alignment and progressing forward. Especially when you kind of look at with that Chariot, I think there's gonna be a lot of things happening. I think he's gonna be super busy this year. Travels, a lot of updates, a lot of news. But I think when you look at that top row with the Ten of Pentacles, Chariot, Eight of Wands, I think he's going to be able to increase his finances greatly. I wonder if we will hear anything about that in the news, but I think financially, I would say it's going to be a pretty good year for him. The next card in his reading is the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, like all the aces, brings some kind of a new chapter in our life, a new beginning, a spark that can create a big fire. So this can be an idea for him, some kind of a new initiative as well, or a new entrepreneurship that might come in here. But I think it's going to evolve really fast. All right, the next card we have in his reading is the Fool, which is, again, there's some kind of a new beginning here for him. Some kind of a new chapter is opening up, because, when you have the Ace and the Fool, the Ace of Wands and the Fool, those are very, very adventurous energies. And again, with the time to go, there's something new that he has to kind of leave behind. Let me just put it that way. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we do have here the Devil. And the first thing that came into my mind when I looked at the Devil is really something, the repetitive cycles, right? Because the eight of Pentacles can indicate repetitive cycles, and the Devil is kind of like when certain things keep coming back, when you're kind of obsessed about something, when you are dependent on something, when there's something that holds us back, and something is out of balance. And I think it's very clear here that something from the past is kind of holding him back. And I think he needs to kind of let go of that, whatever is holding him back, disappointments or something along that line, because there's something here from the past that I think will keep coming back over and over again with the Devil and that Eight of Pentacles energy. Yeah, and the Time to Go is a very, very interesting card. Let me just put it this way. But I think but overall, I think he's gonna have a pretty good year with that double luck. Two cards that are indicating luck being on his side. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Again, it was in his previous reading as well. And again, even in the previous reading, he had some aces. But I think it's going to be a pretty good year. I think he's going to be under a lot of attacks, but I think he'll be able to handle that. All right, so that's all I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I'll be able to welcome you again.